EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for June 12th, 2020. For your Friday, we have low humidity finally coming into the region. This actually came in last evening when that cold front finally pushed off the coast. And we'll have a very nice day today with mostly sunny conditions and temperatures generally back into the 80s again. It's still going to be the warmer side, but again with lower humidity, so it's going to feel a little bit more comfortable today. And then even better here on Saturday, if you're a fan of the, if you're not a fan of the warmer temperatures, we're going to back down in temperatures a little bit here on Saturday, actually considerably. Looking for a high in the middle 70s, or either side of the middle 70s here for Saturday, but again, mostly sunny skies and low humidity. Now, the forecast challenge has been all week with this upper level low that was expected to come into the region as early as Sunday and lasting pretty much all week. So we listed some caveats in the forecast as far as, we had just kind of low chances of precipitation each day, Sunday through Thursday of next week, with that upper level low influence, but it's now starting to become a little bit more clear that most guidance is suggesting this will miss. And I do look at other forecasts that from competitors, and we look at the National Weather Service, different forecast outlets and what they have. And at the time this video was recorded, we had several of those sources still showing rain all 4 of those days. We are not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Now we're going to follow the European guidance here, which suggests a much drier look over the next several days. Now here is look at Sunday. We have an upper level low off to our south, and that's going to give us a little surface low that's going to form along that, and it's going to keep most of this precipitation to the south. We're not going to eliminate the opportunity for a late day shower here on Sunday, but it looks like it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy here on Sunday. Late day shower possible, but then after that point, there's nothing at all. Here's Monday. It's going to be basically Virginia and North Carolina's problem as far as this upper level low and surface low is concerned. It's going to squash everything off to the south, and it looks like high pressure is going to be setting up shop right over here, and it's going to be an elongated high pressure that's going to force everything off to the south here. So that is good news if you do not want rain next week, because that has been the trend over the last 24 hours. And this is not just European model showing this. As soon as the European model switched to that yesterday afternoon, the GFS followed suit after that point, and the new NAM, the long-range NAM, is also suggesting that it will be away from our area here at least through Monday. That's as far as it goes, is Monday on the NAM, because it only goes to 84 hours in the future. But we have a good indication here that the European model might be onto something here. Here's Monday. Not really too much going on. Again, high pressure just kind of anchored over New England here, and that's going to force everything off to the south here as far as precipitation goes. And that's not only Monday, but it's also Tuesday, that's also Wednesday, and that's also Thursday. So it keeps this surface low that forms further down to the south and away from our region. So if that's the case, we're going to have a pretty dry week. And really, all this talk about this upper level low ruining 4 or 5 straight days of rain and clouds, which was what it looked like a couple days ago, is now going to be just a something you can talk about at the water cooler as it didn't happen, because it looks like it's going to be shut it off to the south, and we're going to keep that precipitation away. Now I know some of you are going to be like, well, we need the rain. We really haven't had much rain. Some areas you have. I know you had yesterday, our southeastern areas had, especially across New Jersey, Delaware, southeast PA had a decent amount of rain. Okay, and the day before we had some thunderstorms move through, but overall, some of you are really needing rain, and I'm here in the northern Lehigh Valley, and here we really haven't had too much. We had some, but really not enough. When you're going back to May, and May was a below average month pretty much everywhere, and this month is kind of like leaning slightly below average here as well. We could certainly use the rain. Maybe not 4 or 5 straight days of it, but we're looking at a very dry week next week, and that's where we're going to go in our official forecast until proven otherwise. We are going to leave that caveat in there that something could change if this high pressure that I was showing you here, that's kind of anchored over New England here, if that does not come to fruition and it doesn't squash everything south, like everything is kind of trending right now, if that trends back in the other direction, which is possible. We've seen this happen many times with modeling. Then we will certainly change the forecast. But right now it's looking better if you want a drier week next week. Now with that, if it's going to be drier, That's another thing. The forecast here show temperatures in the 70s all week and kind of cooler conditions straight through Thursday. We do not in our local forecast, and we're going by European guidance here, showing a warm up starting on Tuesday, getting back into the 80s, where we'll be in the 70s back Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Once we get to Tuesday, we get back into the 80s and then well into the 80s both Wednesday and Thursday with this system off to the south. So we should have temperatures increase back to summer-like conditions once we get to at least Wednesday. By midweek, I think we're going to get temperatures well into the 80s and maybe upper 80s to near 90 by the time we get to the next week with this kind of scenario, with this thing off to the south. So we're not going to have just 70s and cool all week either. Even if it's going to be mostly sunny, you're still not dealing with cool temperatures until we get past generally Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll have temperatures in the 70s, a little bit cooler there, but after that, we should start a steady warm up about 5 degrees per day until we get to the end of the next week when we could be approaching the 90-degree mark once again. So that's another change from what you won't see in the local forecasts of your local National Weather Service forecast office. So we're going to go with this idea. Again, if things change, we'll adjust, but I'm starting to like the trends here with not only the models, but the ensembles that run for each model. And it looks like everything's kind of coming into a line with this system staying off toward south and being Virginia and North Carolina's problem rather than a Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware problem. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for June 12th, 2020. Have a great Friday.